procrastinators, and welcome to NerdCubed's 2012 Totally Not Poop Awards! That's the crowd. I'm totally not recording this in my kitchen. And you can actually hear the washing machine, so rock and roll. Anyway, this is these are my favourite games of the year 2012. Giant inflated in brackets. Wow, I think my kitchen did just explode. Giant inflated in brackets is the word opinions. These are my opinions. Nothing more than opinions. 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 Right, now that's out of the way, it's time to get on with the show. Commence the professionalism. Number 8, Super Stardust Delta. This is the only Vita game to make the top 12, top 8, top however many list this year. Because it's a blinder. This was one of my favourite ever arcade shooters. It's a twin-stick shooter. Left analog stick controls where you move, right analog stick controls where you fire. And it was on the PS3, one of my favourite ever downloadable games, and now it's portable. So I can play it when I'm, out and about, or more likely pooping, or if I'm out and about pooping. I mean, that's the beautiful combination, especially when you're on the tube. That's culturally acceptable over here in London. It is just the most perfect boiled down arcade shooter that constantly has you on edge. It's never dull. It's constantly exciting. It's constantly fantastic, and I've put about 1,000 hours into it. And it's the best game on the Vita at the moment. There are some other good Vita games, like the Uncharted game is very, very good, and Gravity Rush, also amazeballs. But not amazeballs enough to get into my top 12, 8, or whatever how many this was. Number 7, Intrusion 2. This was an utterly fantastic little surprise that came out some months ago now. It's a shooty platformer, all the awards I will give this game is for the final boss. It is the best final boss you will ever play in a game. It is superbly animated, it is hyper detailed, it is constantly tense, constantly changes the rules. That boss battle alone is enough to propel it into these charts, and the rest of the game is pretty damn awesome too. Plus, it was made by a single person, which just terrifies me and makes me realise how little I've actually done with my life. Number 6, Dishonored. Yes, Dishonored. I had wonderful fun in Dunwall. Dishonored did several things well. The thing it did best was it constantly, never-endingly, repeated the name of my character, so I actually remembered it. Very few games do that. They'll mention the character's name at the start, and then I'm supposed to what? Remember it from one go? No. Me and Corvo were a team, and I felt like a team. Also, there was some fantastic stabbing, a beautiful world, interesting art style, and really, great gameplay. But mostly the name thing. Number 5, Hotline Miami. This was the fastest game I have ever played. In fact, it's so fast by the time I finished speaking, you would have done it at least 6.5 quadrillion times, each time learning something new about the game. Okay, about 4.5 quadrillion of those would have been, I hate dogs, But still, my point stands, it was an incredibly fun, incredibly fast game, which had a compelling storyline as well, and a soundtrack that sounded like a hangover's nightmare. Stupidly gory and utterly replayable. Fantastic. Number 4, Thomas Was Alone. Thomas Was Alone is a beautiful game about friendship and creation, I suppose. It was like a warm hug, a warm storytelling hug. It really was. It was a storybook for grown-ups, and it was genuinely beautiful, brilliant. It boiled characters down so far that you connected with rectangles. I really want all the gaming industry to look at this game and go, we don't need massively super hyper-rendered 3D polygons to be able to get a character across. We can do it with rectangles and good storytelling, and that's what it had. Fantastic, fantastic storytelling. Number 3, FTL, Faster Than Light. What do I say about FTL? It was a game that redefined addiction, I suppose. I mean, previous addictive games are things you sit down and you go numb playing. Bejeweled, great example. You've got colours, you align the colours. You've got more colours, align the colours. And more colours, align the colours. As your brain slowly turns to yogurt. But with FTL, you're constantly on edge and constantly thinking. Got to get that person in the engine room. That's a fire, got to do that. Oh shit. It had some of, even with the pause, you could pause the game and everything would stop. top, you still felt overwhelmed constantly. That's just a brilliant feature. Even if you weren't playing in real time, even if you tried to think of it as turn-based, you were still constantly going, wait, but that person's got to get there in time. Oh my god, what do I do? You just couldn't sit and think very long about things. The game felt like it had to keep churning up and keep going. FTL made me realise all my Starship fantasies and made them hate me. They hate me, but I love it in return. I'm going to keep playing it and I'm going to keep loving it, even though FTL stopped returning my calls quite some time ago. Now, number 2. What is the second best game of the year? In my opinion, Spec Ops The Line. Oh, Spec Ops The Line. This was a game I still have PTSD nightmares about. It was a game that advertised itself and played as a generic brown shooter. And if you went into it with the mindset of, this is a generic brown shooter, the game has won, and you are in for one of the best storytelling moments of your life. If you haven't played Spec Ops The Line, go and play Spec Ops The Line. I'm not going to spoil any more than that. Just think of it as a generic brown shooter, let it reel you in, and then let it punch you in the face. Spec Ops The Line is the next step in storytelling in games, and I cannot freaking wait. So, here we are. The end. Number 1. What is the best game of 2000 and this year? The winner of the NerdCubed Totes Not Poop Award 2012 is the following game: Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 completely turned the Call of Duty, the whole series, up on its head. This is a revolution. This is the start of something huge. This is a complete fake out. It was Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3. It couldn't be anything else. Far Cry 3 is the most fun I have had with a game in such a long time. My love of first-person shooters, which games like Black Ops and frickin' Medal of Honor had been chipping away at slowly, just came flooding back. It was a huge open world, loads of fantastic things to do. Just the crafting system, it was just so much content. It felt like a billion games crammed into each other, plus the level editor. So much to do, all of it fun. The story, as much as it did follow some tropes, was beyond anything a first-person shooter has done for a very long time. It was simply brilliant, superb, non-stop fun. I'm still playing it. I've completed it. I'm still playing it. I'm still messing around with the level editor. I think Far Cry 3 is a game I'm going to play for a very long time. It is the best game of 2012. So that's it. That's 2012. In the comment section, let me know what your favourite game of the year was, or favourite games. If I haven't mentioned something here, chances are I played it and didn't like it, especially if I didn't put a video up about it. I do have a slightly bizarre taste in games, but I hope that's why you come here, to see new things. I probably missed a fair few indies this year. Indies tend to appear and then you never really hear much about them. So I'm going to be going through this comment section a fair whack to see if there's anything that I missed. I don't mind retroactively changing this award order if someone finds something that's even better than any of the things I've played, because, to be honest, these awards are about as meaningful as a politician's handshake. So, thanks for watching, procrastinators. Hope you had a great year. Thank you so freaking much for turning me into a tiny channel into a colossal murdering channel. Let's hope I get even more colossal and murdering next year. Thank you so much. Ta-ra!
To the domain of the NerdCubed. Videos dropping from above like bird poo. Enter the domain of the NerdCubed. Videos dropping from above